from Maryland, especially for his courtesy. Madam President, I would agree that the EPA has become a happy hunting ground for goofy regulations. But the late William F. Buckley once said that even a stopped clock is right twice a day. And on this rule, this clean air rule, and the earlier interstate rule, I believe EPA is right. The effect of upholding this rule will be finally to require that most coal plants everywhere in America will have to install two kinds of pollution control equipment, scrubbers and SCRs. And this will basically finish the job of capturing sulfur and nitrogen oxides, fine particles, and the 187 toxic pollutants that were specifically identified by Congress in the 1990 Clean Air Amendments. The Tennessee Valley Authority has already committed to install this equipment by 2018, but TVA alone can't clean up Tennessee's air because dirty air blows in from other states. So let me say what upholding this rule will do for the people of Tennessee. First, it'll hasten the day when Memphis, Chattanooga, and Knoxville are not three of the top 5 worst asthma cities, which they are today, and Nashville's not competing to be in the top 10. I'd like to include in the record an article by Dr. William Lawson of Vanderbilt University, which appeared in the Tennessean this week, who treats patients with respiratory diseases in Nashville. He says, pollution from these power plants means my patients suffer more. Pollution increases their chances of being hospitalized. Some of these toxic emissions even cause cancer and can interfere with our children's neurological development. Number 2, this rule means that visitors will soon not even think of calling the Great Smoky Mountains the Great Smoggy Mountains because it's one of the most polluted national parks in America. We want those 9 million visitors to keep coming every year with their dollars and their jobs. Instead of seeing 24 miles on a bad air day from Clingman's Dome, our highest peak, this rule should mean that we'll gradually move towards seeing 100 miles from Clingman's Dome as the air cleans up and we look through the natural blue haze. Third, this rule should mean fewer health advisory warnings in our streams that say don't eat the fish because of mercury contamination. Half of the man-made mercury in the United States comes from coal plants, and as much as 70% of the mercury pollution in our local environment, like streams and rivers, can come from nearby coal plants. Fourth, we have seen that Nissan, had it been unable to get an air quality permit in Nashville in 1980, would have gone to Georgia. And if Senator Corker had not, as mayor of Chattanooga, improved the air quality in that city in the mid-2000s, the Volkswagen site there would be a vacant lot today. We know that every Tennessee metropolitan area is struggling to stay within legal clean air standards, and we don't want the Memphis megasite to stay a vacant lot because dirty air blowing in from Mississippi and Arkansas makes the Memphis air too dirty for a new industry to locate there. We know that these rules will add a few dollars to our electric bills, but in our case, most of that's going to happen anyway because the Tennessee Valley Authority has already agreed to put this pollution control equipment on its coal-fired power plants. We know we can reduce the effect of these expenses on monthly electric bills because states may give utilities 4 years to comply with the rule, and the president may, under the law, give them a 5th and 6th year. Senator Pryor and I intend to ask the president to give that 5th and 6th year to reduce costs on electric bills. We know that long term, this rule will secure a place in America's clean energy future for clean coal. For example, the largest public utility, TVA, the largest private utility, Southern Company, both putting on pollution control equipment on their coal plants, plan to make at least 1/3 of their electricity from coal long term. Madam President, in 1990, 22 years ago, Congress told the EPA to do this, to make this rule, when it passed the Clean Air Act amendments. In 2008, the court told the EPA to make this rule. Over the years, I have learned that cleaner air not only means better health, but also means better jobs for Tennesseans. And I'm proud to stand up on behalf of the people of Tennessee to uphold this clean air rule. I thank the President. I yield the floor.